So I just saw Vin Diesel's newest passion project, Fast X, the latest film of the Fast and Furious franchise. I have been an observer of these movies for quite some time now, mainly due to how absurd they've gotten. These movies seem to want to up each other every single time, and there's a point where these movies are so ridiculous they're literally going up into space. Fast 9 was the point where I thought this series couldn't get any dumber. In that movie, Dom secretly had a long-lost brother played by John Cena that we never heard of before until now. Keep in mind, I thought they wouldn't be able to top the reveal that Dom all this time had a secret long-lost son. There's a certain point where there's so much absurdity that your mind just kind of glazes over and just kind of goes with it, and these movies are so dumb and so convoluted that it's kind of hard not to get with the fun. If anything, I would compare the Fast and Furious franchise to Saw in the fact that they are both convoluted, over-the-top soap operas that have certain elements to them that make them mainstream. For Saw, it's violence. With Fast and Furious, it's so how can the Fast team top outer space? Well, they don't. This is the beginning setup to the Fast and Furious ending trilogy. Jason Momoa is the villain in this one, and he wants to get revenge because of some convoluted soap opera trope that happens in the beginning of the movie, and you'll know exactly what I mean when you see the first 2 minutes of the movie. Let's just be flat out, this movie is a complete mess. I do enjoy it because of how over the top it is, but as an actual story, it just fundamentally fails. There's a clear messiness here that's a result of them trying to set up an ending trilogy. Overall, it doesn't make a satisfying viewing experience. There's a total of 4 plots going on. We got Vin Diesel and him trying to set up his overall revenge plot. You got the B team going around and doing hilarious hijinks in London. You got John Cena taking care of Vin Diesel's son. And finally, Michelle Rodriquez is doing her own thing, which honestly could have been cut out the movie. These 4 plots circle round and round, and you gotta keep up with so many different characters, so many different explanations for what's going on. And sure, did I enjoy Tyrese and Ludacris having a beef again? Yeah, I did enjoy that, but does that really help with the story? I think there was definitely a way for the subplots to be cut down here and things to be a little bit more focused. Dom himself does not have any relative character growth or really anything to do in this movie. It kind of just seems that the character is going through the motions at this point and that he's kind of used to this, which makes sense on paper because this is the 10th movie. The one element of this movie that does stand out, and I have to say fully exceeded my expectations, was Jason Momoa. He was fully convincing as a complete psychopath, and he had so much fun with the role that that fun led on to the audience.
Hey dorks, what are we blowing up? What? The Vatican? Wow, you guys are going to hell.
So I fully went with it, and I appreciate it. The final point I have to bring up is this movie has a very unsatisfying ending. I'm not gonna give it away because you should just see the movie yourself if you're truly a fan of these movies, because the only people that will want to go see this movie are the fans, the hardcore fans, because this is not going to sway anyone who's on the fence. I would say this is probably slightly better than Fast 9 because honestly the action in that movie got extremely dull and boring. There were like a couple set pieces in here that were pretty fun, and of course I always like these actors, but honestly I'm happy that these movies are going to be ending soon. I still think that this is the best film since 7, but 8 and 9 actively annoyed me. If you're still on the hype train for this, obviously you're on board, but if you've fallen off, I would try to maybe give it a chance on streaming. I'm sure the movie is a really nice and positive experience on a big IMAX screen with that sound, but I didn't experience it like that, so you can take that with an ultimate grain of salt.
Peekaboo!